Welcome back. You're listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. I'm your host, Shannon Register, and every week we bring you news and information you can use on your next real estate transaction. And what a great time of year it is to sell or buy a house. We are out at the Berry Center today at the 8th Annual CyFair Home and Garden Show. Very exciting. Lots of people walking around. If you have not been out, if you didn't come out yesterday on Saturday, come out today. Lots of great deals out here at the booths. You can find everything from landscaping and pools to organizational things to organize your house. There's lots of speakers, a lot of great information out here. And right now, I want to talk with one of yesterday's speakers. LaVerne Williams is on with me, and he is with Environment Associates Architects and Consultants. Welcome to the show, LaVerne.
Thank you for asking me.
So you spoke yesterday, and you are really talking about ways to improve people's lives overall with housing.
Absolutely. The path that we've taken as far as the homes that we build, how we go about remodeling is all based upon a marketing. There's a lot of sales involved and so forth, and really what we're about is quality of life. Mm-hmm. It's about design for life, and we design homes for life. Mm-hmm. And we don't sell any of the products or profit from any of the services of others that we recommend you build your home for. It's strictly a non-conflict of interest type of practice, where we're just trying to look at the whole picture of what is the best thing that could be done for your house and your property that will improve your quality of life, and in the process improve the quality of life on the planet.
I spoke earlier today, or I spoke yesterday, about some of the different master plan communities out here in Bridgeland and how they are keeping their native forest and trying to keep as many trees as they can and trying to make the community as natural as possible using plants that are native to the area. They don't need as much watering, as a traditional lawn
Absolutely.
and landscape. And really the communities using these lakes and natural features to really make it a nice place mm-hmm. to live. Mm-hmm. And what you're talking about is just taking that kind of down into the home level yep. and making the home function a little bit more naturally. And
not just the home, the entire property. People come to us before they even choose their property, so that we can take maximum advantage of the breezes and the sunlight and the weather, the sound. So that you're shielded from noises that you don't want to have, mm-hmm. and so forth. A lot of people are wanting to be able to have gardens, mm-hmm. and when you're planning a new home, if you're going to want to have, and everybody's saying, oh, we don't want to use all these pesticides and right. insecticides and all this other kind of stuff. We want to do it organically. So the first thing you've got to do, plan for when you're wanting to do that, unless you're going to have edible landscaping just sort of interspersed, which we do a lot of. The garden, the placement of the garden takes precedent over everything else, because it has certain needs that the environment has to supply, whereas we can, with our home, with the design, we can design it so that you hardly have an energy bill. Mm-hmm. We've got several net zero energy homes that we've designed. We've designed homes that are net zero water. They don't even need to have water that comes in from the utility company. Basically, they can...
Okay, now you piqued my interest here. How do you have water that doesn't tap into your...
We harvest it from the sky.
So rain barrels.
Well, we got cisterns. Where a barrel isn't near enough.
Okay, all right.
We have above ground cisterns.
Uh-huh.
We've designed them for above ground cisterns, underground cisterns. Okay. You name it.
Wow.
We put them under driveway. We've put them out in the property. We've done lots of them. We've been doing this for 40 years. Mm-hmm. So we have a track record second to none in the state. We're known as the grandfathers of green residential in the state of Texas.
Because a lot of people use the term green energy very flippant.
They do. It's a marketing tool for most people, and we prefer to say green over sustainable. Because if you say you're trying to do sustainable work, it's an oxymoron, because 99% of the time there's going to be fossil fuels involved with whatever you want to do. And so as long as you're using fossil fuels, how can you call it sustainable? So the green is the best definition for this kind of work.
Tell me some of the features that you're putting in homes to enhance the air quality, make it better.
Oh gosh, where do you want me?
That's a hot topic for a lot of people.
Where do you want to start? I mean, everything from the ductwork to the thing, what's put on the walls and so forth. People don't realize that your home can become a toxic chemical soup just up from the materials that you build it from. And we get folks coming up to me all the time. I mean, after every time I do one of these presentations, I wish we'd known about you before we built our home, before we remodeled.
Yeah.
Because we did so many things that we didn't know. Mm-hmm. The industry is not telling us that these things are toxic, that they can, when you create, see, in this climate, our humidity is so high that half your utility bill is just taking the humidity out of the air.
Right.
So you have to build a tight home. Mm-hmm. So when you build a tight home, though, you got to be very careful about not only what it's built out of, but what you bring inside the home, what you use to, air fresheners or in the fabrics that you use and everything that you build from. And right now, one of my biggest worries is the sheetrock that we're building our homes from. It's the most ubiquitous material that's used in a home.
So what should we use? What can we use?
Well, let me tell you what's wrong with the sheetrock that we have first. It is 99% of the sheetrock is captured from the flue gas of coal-fired power plants.
Okay.
It is filled with toxic chemicals and heavy metals and all these other kinds of things that we don't know what the effects are going to be long term. Mm-hmm. It's no different than what happened with the asbestos industry, the lead industry, the cigarette industry, and now the fire retardant industry. Okay, so it's sort of in that same category. And so what we recommend is that you go back to the old mined gypsum. Mm-hmm. rather than what's captured out of the flue gas.
Okay.
If you're going to use sheetrock, we prefer people don't even, wood frame.
What could you use instead of sheetrock? What do you prefer? Well,
you're assuming we'd always build out a wood frame. Mm-hmm. And a lot of our clients who are really in the know about all this really choose not to build out a wood frame because it was what we've taken the Civil War technology, brought up to date, and we're trying to use materials that to span from stud to stud and everybody's aiming for the lowest cost, always aiming for the lowest cost, mm-hmm. not quality of life, lowest cost. Mm-hmm. So we got a lot of materials out there that they have, because it's lower, it costs less to put in these toxic chemicals than not to use them. Mm-hmm. So we have all these things that are being done. We have homes that are out of AAC block, out of autoclave aerated cement, out of ICF, insulated concrete forms, straw bale. We've even used old tires and filled them full of dirt and plastered them, but that was only for a well house. We don't recommend people live in that. There's lots of natural building systems out there, but majority of our homes are still wood frame, but we are very, very careful about what we do use. Mm-hmm. We would prefer to put up wood on the interior of the home, but solid wood, not engineered wood, engineered flooring. We try to keep away from all that.
You want natural products.
Yeah, but there are some that are not adding formaldehyde and so forth, but they won't tell us what other chemicals they're putting into it. So we have clients who, the reason this is so important to us mm-hmm. is that I have some slight chemical sensitivity. I grew up with allergies that were so bad mm-hmm. that I had to be led to the bathroom in the morning because my eyes would glue shut at night.
Oh, wow.
And this was because...
Yeah, a lot of people in Houston have problems, have a lot of allergies.
And this was in a new home.
Yeah.
This was in a new home. And so we have clients that are chemically sensitive.
Yeah.
Extraordinarily chemically sensitive. They can't even come out to a show like this because of all the fragrances and everything that people are wearing.
Yeah.
And so.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming on and educating our listeners out there about some of the new products that are out that are really help you live a more healthy life. We appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for inviting me.
And we are going to wrap up this week's show here on Houston Real Estate Radio. We've been out at the 8th Annual CyFair Home and Garden Show. It's been a great crowd, lots of fun. You can find us online at HoustonRealEstateRadio.com. We'll be back next week.
Hello everyone, welcome to SecReal.com. My name is Hanan Yadin. I would like to speak a little bit about security and safety for individuals who travel and also doing business in the United States. We created this website to provide useful tools in reference to security, to minimize your chances to become a victim to acts of terrorism, crime, and kidnapping. We offer different type of classes, and I encourage you to visit our website, SecReal.com. Visit our website and check what kind of classes we offer around Texas, around Houston, and around the country. We have an extensive background in military and the security field, approximately 30 years. So we're going to offer you very useful tools that based on our experience in security, in terrorism, and hopefully will boost your security and awareness and confidence when you go to your business objectives. Again, we hope to see you in our classes that we offer at SecReal.com, and be safe.
you